Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, amigos. This is Coach Mario, owner and head coach of Warriors Pride Boxing Academy, with another episode of Inside the Ropes with Coach Mario. Okay, guys, this one's going to be short and sweet. I just want to make a few comments about the fight. What was it, last week or the week before? Canelo ALVAREZ versus John Ryder. Everybody's talking about it. Some people are saying that that Canelo had a great performance. Some other people are saying that Canelo is on the decline. I'm going to tell you exactly what I think and what I've been saying for a very, very, very long time, guys. You know, and it's not the first time you hear it in this channel. It's not the first and last time you're going to hear it. But this is my opinion where all of this is going. What is the future for Canelo ALVAREZ? How do I see his progression as a fighter? How did I see the fight, this past fight with John Ryder, the British fighter, who actually showed a lot of guts and grit in there with Canelo to hang on for about 12 rounds. All right. So as you all know, if you haven't seen the fight, you know, spoiler alert, pretty sure everybody who's listening to this already knows what I'm talking about. But Canelo was able to dominate John Ryder for about 12 rounds, received a unanimous decision, knocked down John Ryder, I believe, on the 5th round with a straight cross, and was not able to put him away. In my opinion, Canelo looked very slow. One punch combinations at a time, 1-2 punch combos, not too many of those. I was looking at the punch stats, and I know a lot of people do not give credence or credit or believe in the CompuBox punch stats. But I mean, you don't have to even go with the stats to notice that Canelo was really slow, was throwing 1 or 2 punch combinations. The 2 punch combos, I hardly saw any one of them. But the punch stats state that he was throwing less than, in the first few rounds, I believe halfway through, he was throwing less than 20 punches, 25 punches per round. His average increased later on. I believe it was under 30 punches per round with 39% connect ratio. All right, hardly any jabs, went to the body quite a few times, but was not able to put John Ryder away. And John Ryder, to me, is a C-level fighter. C, B minus, I don't think even a B minus, C plus maybe. There's a lot of people that give him credit for staying in there with the likes of I think he fought several British fighters that escaped my mind right now. Oh yeah, Rocky Fielding, and then he also fought other British champions there and losing close decisions. So I think he also beat Danny Jacobs, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, I'm not in front of the computer, so I'm not seeing all. Caleb Smith too. All right, now I remember. All right. But anyway, he fought some of these guys. But these guys that he fought and lost, I think he has like 5 defeats, are all British fighters. I don't want to underestimate British fighters. They're really hard, gritty fighters. But I don't know why, but every time a British fighter champion comes across the pond and fights somebody elite, of the elite level here in the New World, in America, whether it's Mexican, whether it's, you know, person born and raised in the United States, you know, they get slaughtered. And Canelo has shown that. He actually breezed through all British opponents very fairly easily. Guys that were considered to be, you know, risk for Canelo to take on at that time by some people, not by me. I still believe he could have taken stronger opposition, but that's what he wanted. He wanted to be able to unify and become undisputed at his weight division. However, after that, after beating Billy Joe Saunders and beating Caleb Plant, he was able to. He has been MIA a little bit from fighting top opposition. All right, so John Ryder gave him one hell of a fight. Was able to connect him a lot with the rear uppercut. Was able to connect great combinations on Canelo. Canelo didn't seem hurt at any point. He's a very strong individual, but was getting hit a lot and was very slow. And like always, he looks a little bit worn out in the third and fourth quarter of the fight. What do I expect from Canelo moving forward? Guys, sincerely, I think that the fight between him and Dimitri Bivol, under the terms that Canelo wants, is not going to happen. Canelo is saying that in order for that fight to happen, Dimitri Bivol, who is a champion at 175, is gotta accept the terms and conditions of the first fight. Terms and conditions of the first fight were very uneven and unfair for a champion, for Dimitri Bivol. I know that Canelo is the draw. I know Canelo is the A side. However, there's no reason why Bivol would have to take the same deal that he got last time around, guys. You know, it's typically what I see is happening is he's stringing Bivol along, and he's using this as a get out of jail card, if you want to use that expression, and justify not fighting with Bivol because he knows, and everyone that knows a little bit about boxing knows, and everyone that is not wearing those, you know, goggle, bottle glasses, you know, what you see things that are not supposed to be seen, all distorted, and you're not a fanatic of Canelo Alvarez. And I can't figure why people are so fanatical about this guy. I mean, it boggles the mind. You should never become fanatical about a fighter and actually see his flaws and see his attributes as a boxer. All right, and these people that are actually fanatical, actually, when you try to speak to some sense and some talk to them about, you know, perspective of somebody that is not part of that fanatical group, they go ballistic and they start insulting you. And so basically they lack the intelligence and the IQ to debate with you about something that anyone with a little bit of boxing experience, doesn't have to be a boxing coach, doesn't have to be a professional fighter, can see that Canelo is sliding and his mental, physical abilities as an elite fighter. All right, I do not think he's an elite fighter. I think he was a good fighter, not a great fighter. I also believe that those who falsely claim that he is the greatest Mexican boxer of all time are not only delusional, but lack the knowledge about Mexican fighting. I mean, if looking to retire. All right, Canelo is looking to retire. He's the organizations are not gonna force him to take a valid, truthful #1 challenger contender. They're not gonna have him fight the Morels of the world. They're not gonna have him fight or set mandatories to fight Benavidez. Now, just by seeing that John Ryder was mandatory, that tells you it's a joke. It's all programmed. It's all scripted, guys. His whole career has been scripted. All right? He's a product of marketing, boxing machine, which actually has, created, this mythical figure, which a lot of people call him the face of boxing. All right? And that's another thing. When you hear people saying the face of boxing, that just started not too long ago. People saying face of boxing, now everybody's saying it like parrots. People have no critical thinking nowadays. They just go for whatever some commentator mentioned face of boxing, and now everybody's saying, oh, the face of boxing is Tank, the face of boxing is Canelo, all this other stuff. Guys, there's no face of boxing. There's so many great fighters out there. So many awesome individual fighters. Back in the era of the 70s and 80s, there were so many fighters. Okay, Ali was the most known fighter back in those days, but he wasn't the face of boxing. Not in my opinion. Maybe he was the greatest, well-known fighter in the heavyweight division, but there were better fighters than him in the lower weight classes. And a lot of people are gonna be, upset, fanatics of Muhammad Ali. I love Muhammad Ali. What an iconic figure he was. But this face of boxing BS is just another way of giving this guy another title, unearned title that he hasn't achieved. Okay, can you say Canelo is the cash cow of boxing? Yes. You can say that. Like Mayweather was a cash cow. He was not the best ever. Yeah, he was a cash cow. He knew how to market his business. This is a business, guys. All right? So, Canelo, very much like Mayweather, have taken the same blueprint, the same path, and taken lesser opposition in order to continue that streak and making more money, because that's what it's all about, guys. Nowadays, it's more about money than legacy. In his mind, he is legendary. In my opinion, and the opinion of a lot of other experts, and I'm not calling myself an expert, I'm just saying that there's a lot of experts out there, a lot of knowledgeable boxing people that have seen and followed boxing for decades and have actually seen what some of these legendary fighters have achieved in the past from Mexico and other places. Canelo is nowhere near. Canelo is nowhere near any of those guys to be claimed for that claim of legendary fighter, legendary status to be given to him, all right, or the face of boxing. So anyway, like I said, in the past, on other episodes, Canelo's gonna continue avoiding Benavidez. He's not gonna. He's gonna come with excuse that Morel hasn't fought anybody. Bivol, he's gonna keep on stringing him along, and he'll probably have 1 or 2 more easy fights. He'll probably fight, this setup, this gimme that they're gonna give him with most likely Berlanga, who actually has been to Canelo lovers, he's done. I mean, you're gonna keep on your altar and up there like greatest. Safe and peace.